Have you ever created a bond with someone so strong that it could never be broken? It seems that Nick and Ryan Palace have done just that through the game of basketball. Here in Orange County, California, the Palace brothers discovered how powerful sports can really be by finding a common ground through the game of basketball. To understand their story, we have to look at the beginning. In 1994, in the city of Fullerton, California, Ryan Palace, as seen on the left, was born.
Well, when he was a young kid, he would wake up early in the morning and watch ESPN, and he would memorize all the stats for all the basketball players. And I'd wake up, find him there, and he would go ahead and recite all the games that happened the day before. So he really developed an interest for basketball at a young age.
3 years after Ryan came along, Nick Carlton was born. How big was Nick when he was born?
He was 10 pounds and 22 inches long.
Really big.
Really big.
Yeah. When did you feel Nick's love for the game of basketball?
He just loved to watch Ryan play. He wanted to go to every game. He wanted to go shoot at halftime. The whole time he wanted to play with his big brother.
Before the boys found common ground in basketball, they had their differences.
Sure, we had some disagreements growing up. Nothing major, just a few here and there.
The boys could never agree with each other. All through their childhood, they couldn't get along. But this all changed when they received their first basketball hoop.
I remember setting that thing up with my dad, and me and my brother would just play on that thing all day or something. So many great memories there.
The boys had now found a chemistry between each other. Basketball emotionally connected them.
I'd describe it as oil and vinegar. They don't mix at all, except when it comes to sports. When it comes to sports, they click, whether it's watching a game, going over a play, reciting something that happened some time ago. So sports is the one thing that kind of unites them together.
Nick then developed a dream off the bond that he shared between his brother.
Since I started playing basketball, I always wanted to be in the NBA. Just idolized all those guys, just going out there and getting to get paid money to play basketball.
What do you think helped you along most as a player?
Probably just all the time playing street basketball with my brother just really helped me become a better player, I think.
It's so funny, I see pictures of him when he was little and he was so much taller than everybody else, and now he's so much taller than everybody else. Every time I turn around, just the other day, I think he hit his head on the door frame, so it's like, I have to measure you again. Yeah.
As the boys grew up, they kept playing. They kept helping each other in the street. Every day, every ounce of free time was spent working on their game. But soon high school rolled around, and the basketball brotherhood that the boys had now created was challenged because of the new time commitment.
When they started high school, Nick always went to Ryan's games, so the support actually started before that. And then with Nick starting on varsity, the transition was very smooth because being Ryan's brother, he had already hung out with the guys, so they kind of accepted it.
Although Ryan had successes with high school basketball, halfway through high school, he discovered he had a new calling.
I think he realized basketball wasn't what was going to get him into college, and so it was going to be his grades and his brain. And so he just realized, kind of shifted that way and was like, this is the way that's going to make my future for me.
Because Ryan was so focused on academics, he did not have the time to sit down with us. But Ryan continues to work with Nick in basketball because, unlike Ryan, Nick found basketball to be his calling. Nick is now a freshman in high school and continues to strive for the NBA, and standing at 6'7" with superb footwork in the key, he has a legitimate shot at achieving his dream. In fact, the University of Washington has already began recruiting him. He's currently only 14. Ryan is now a high school senior with dreams of getting into an Ivy League school and getting a quality education. He has an incredible skill on the courtroom, along as on the court, and through his mock trial successes in high school, he is thinking of pursuing law. Sports are powerful things. They have the ability to bring people together and create bonds between people never thought imaginable. So no matter what paths these two boys take, the bond that the game of basketball created will never be broken. For ESPN E60, I'm Connor Spencer.